Hey guys, GrizzlyGo here, and in today's episode, we're gonna go over my favorite operator, Kapkan. Kapkan has some interesting interactions with the operators in the game. But before we go over them, as usual, I must remind any brand new viewers to watch this informative video first that goes over the guidelines of this series. I ask that you watch it so you can get a better understanding of how everything works. But with all that being said, let's hop right in. With Kapkan, he utilizes every counter category, so buckle in. Starting with our hard direct counter, we have Blitz. Blitz's usual role is being super aggressive, usually rushing and trying to close that gap between him and the defender. With Kapkan, you will practically force the Blitz to either slow down, or his entry will be denied. Another thing that makes Kapkan incredibly useful against Blitz is the fact that Blitz's shield blocks a portion of his screen, making it much more difficult to see those traps. One last thing, the reason why I only put Blitz instead of Monty as well is because Monty has an extreme resistance to Kapkan traps, which I showed in my Attacker's Tricks video. Moving on to our hard indirect counters, another shield, in a way, we have Blackbeard. While this isn't something that you would intentionally take to counter Blackbeard, if he does happen to walk through one of those traps, his shield will get destroyed, causing much less hassle for the defense to deal with when he closes in on the objective. Moving along, we have our soft direct counters. In this case, it is Amaru. Although not the best option to counter Amaru, if Kapkan has some leftover traps and the enemy team is consistently taking Amaru, it wouldn't hurt to place a few of these on some windows. And lastly, we have our soft indirect counter, Nook. Nook's invisibility to cameras can make it difficult to find her position, but if you're on a camera and you happen to see Kapkan trap detonate out of nowhere, you know exactly who you found. So, oddly enough, 4 types of counters for 4 operators, but now onto our collaborations, and Kapkan has several that function in different ways. The first direct collaboration is the secondary gadget, the deployable shield. Putting traps behind deployable shields and doorways is an amazing collaboration, because it either guarantees a hit, or the shield has to be destroyed. Now, I do want to provide some rule of thumb for this. The height of the trap does matter in this case. Usually, I always tell people to put the traps at the very bottom, but in the case of the shield, if you put the trap too low, the attacker will vault over the trap. So for this situation, place the trap higher, but not too high so the attacker can see it. A very similar gadget, we have Goyo's shields. Now, in this case, this pairing is excellent, because if an attacker vaults over the shield, they'll detonate the trap and the explosive canister on the shield. Always be very cautious when going against the Goyo-Kapkan duo. Moving into our indirect collaborations, we have Mute and Mozzie. Fairly self-explanatory. Taking away drones from the offense will make it much harder for them to find the traps. They can also counter Twitch, who is an excellent counter to Kapkan. Another indirect collab, we have Smoke. Smoking off attackers hit by Kapkan traps can result in quicker kills. A similar collaboration with another operator, we have Clash. If an attacker is hit by a trap, Clash can easily calculate how many shock cycles it will take for her to shock the enemy to death. For example, if a 3 armor hits a trap, it will take 3 shock cycles to down, while with a 1 armor, it will take 2. Moving along, Maestro is a nice indirect collaboration with Kapkan. In most situations, if one attacker hits 2 traps, they'll be put in the down but not out state. If Maestro's Evil Eyes have a line of sight on this downed attacker, he can finish them off. Kapkan's traps can even be used as intel for roamers. Traps make a very loud explosion, helping roamers identify where attackers are, without the visual use of cameras. While Cav is also definitely classified as a roamer, she has a unique collaboration with Kapkan. Similar to what we mentioned earlier with Maestro, Cav can interrogate downed attackers from Kapkan traps, resulting in a huge positive for the defense. Alright my friends, that's all for this video on Kapkan. If you guys want me to make a guide on how to use Kapkan at a higher level, leave a comment down below. I have been thinking of making a video about this, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But with all that being said, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, and if you want to see more content like this, hit that sub button and the bell next to it. Take care, and I hope to see you all next time.